finally change. Every second we wait to end this war is another second Donald Trump puts our service members at risk. If Republicans truly believe that this war is going well, that Trump is some strategic genius, then why are they hiding behind shifting deadlines and fake notifications of the end of hostilities? Why do Republicans pretend Trump's war ended after 60 days when it clearly has continued, with U.S. and Iranian forces exchanging fire in the Straits of Hormuz? And the lack of planning in this whole war is just appalling. It is obvious even to a layman that the greatest vulnerability we faced if we challenged Iran was the Strait of Hormuz. And yet, despite the fact that many said, secure the strait before you do anything else, Trump ignored it. And look what's happening now. Gasoline is $4.50.
America First Voice is back with another hard-hitting reaction. Today we're reacting to Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer on the Senate floor attacking President Trump's strategy on Iran, claiming, "How can anyone believe this president has a strategy?" Let me tell you, patriots, this is classic Democrat projection and weakness as President Trump finally restores real deterrence against the world's leading state sponsor of terrorism. If you believe America must project strength, support Israel, and prevent a nuclear Iran instead of endless failed negotiations, smash that like button right now and subscribe. Let's dive in. Chuck Schumer criticizes the Trump administration's approach to Iran, questioning the strategy behind recent actions including military pressure and the blockade in the Strait of Hormuz. He implies chaos and lack of clarity, while pushing the narrative that Trump's moves are reckless. This comes amid ongoing tensions, Iranian aggression, and the need for strong leadership in the region. Here's my unfiltered take as a right-wing patriot and constitutional conservative.
Mr. President.
The Minority Leader.
Go. Well, earlier today, Trump said that he was just an hour away from launching another wave of attacks on Iran before he changed his mind. Trump says we may have to give Iran another big hit, that we're all set to start bombing at a moment's notice. This president is like a toddler playing with a loaded gun. If there was ever a time to support our war powers resolution to withdraw troops from hostilities with Iran, it's now. We have long since passed the War Powers Act 60-day threshold to end hostilities that many of our colleagues cited as the time their position on this war would finally change. Every second we wait to end this war is another second Donald Trump puts our service members at risk. If Republicans truly believe that this war is going well, that Trump is some strategic genius, then why are they hiding behind shifting deadlines and fake notifications of the end of hostilities? Why do Republicans pretend Trump's war ended after 60 days when it clearly has continued, with U.S. and Iranian forces exchanging fire in the Straits of Hormuz? And the lack of planning in this whole war is just appalling. It is obvious even to a layman that the greatest vulnerability we faced if we challenged Iran was the Strait of Hormuz. And yet, despite the fact that many said, secure the strait before you do anything else, Trump ignored it. And look what's happening now. Gasoline is $4.50 and going up. How can anyone believe this president has a strategy, has a plan, knows what he's doing? Senate Republicans are silent on Trump's war because they know it's a massive blunder. But they are foolish to think that silence will spare them. The American people's outrage over skyrocketing costs is right at their doorstep. Americans took note all 7 times this Republican majority passed up the opportunity to support our war powers resolution to end this disaster. And they will take note of those Republicans who pass up the 8th time, the 8th opportunity to stop this war, which will occur shortly when we vote. I thank Senator Kaine for his leadership on today's resolution. Every week this war continues and Republicans continue to sit in silence, Democrats will force a vote on our War Powers resolution and make Republicans go on record with their support for this war. Let me be clear. Reasserting Congress's authority on matters of war and peace isn't a partisan issue, never should have been one. It's a constitutional issue. It's been what this country has stood for centuries. This vote is about fulfilling our most basic responsibility as members of the Senate. I urge my colleagues to vote yes and yield the floor.
Chuck Schumer's criticism is pure hypocrisy and dangerous weakness. For years, Democrats under Obama and Biden pursued failed appeasement policies, the disastrous JCPOA that funded Iranian terrorism, pallets of cash, and weak responses to Iranian attacks on U.S. forces and shipping. The result? Iran grew bolder, enriched uranium closer to weapons-grade levels, and continued funding proxies like Hamas, Hezbollah, and the Houthis that attack our allies and disrupt global energy. As a patriot, I strongly support President Trump's maximum pressure campaign on Iran. Sanctions, naval presence in the Strait of Hormuz, support for Israel, and decisive action to degrade Iranian capabilities are exactly what's needed. Schumer asking, "How can anyone believe this president has a strategy?" is laughable coming from the party that gave us the Iran nuclear deal that literally put Iran on the path to a bomb while they chanted death to America. The Trump administration's strategy is crystal clear: prevent Iran from obtaining nuclear weapons, deter their aggression, protect freedom of navigation in critical waterways, and support our ally Israel. A strong blockade or enforcement actions to stop the flow of weapons and oil revenue to the regime is responsible leadership, not recklessness. Weakness invites war. Strength preserves peace. Deeper opinion as a right-wing patriot. Iran is the epicenter of Islamic terrorism in the Middle East. They attack U.S. troops, threaten Israel with annihilation, disrupt global oil supplies, and destabilize the entire region. For too long, American policy was dictated by fear of escalation and naive diplomacy. President Trump understands that the only language the mullahs respect is strength. Maximum pressure, economic sanctions, military readiness, and targeted actions worked in his first term and is working again. Democrats like Schumer want to return to the failed policies of the past, endless talks, concessions, and looking the other way while Iran builds its terror network. Patriots reject that. We need to maintain sanctions, support decisive military responses when necessary, arm and stand with Israel, and make it clear that Iran will never be allowed to have nuclear weapons. This Senate floor speech shows the deep divide. Democrats prioritize diplomatic niceties and criticizing Trump over confronting evil. America first prioritizes American security, energy dominance, and protecting our allies. Patriots stand with President Trump's strong stance against Iran. Demand maximum pressure until Iran abandons its nuclear program, stops funding terrorism, and ends its aggression. Our military and allies deserve clear, decisive leadership, not weakness disguised as diplomacy. If this fired you up like it did me, comment below. Should America maintain maximum pressure and strong military posture against Iran? Do you support Trump's Iran policy? What's your message to the Iranian regime? Smash like if you support peace through strength against Iran. Subscribe, hit the bell, and share with every patriot. We need secure borders, energy dominance, a strong military, and an unapologetic America first foreign policy. Stay vigilant. Stay strong. God bless our troops. God bless Israel. God bless President Trump. And God bless the United States of America, the greatest nation on earth.